creative, what actually saved me and brought me back are the horses.
Wow.
That's where it all started from.
That's amazing.
So you said, sorry, apart from your creator, it's
The
horses.
horses. It's basically what I realize is horses are such a therapeutic animal.
Yeah.
If you spend time with them, what I realize is humans judge, and there's no judgment with the horses.
Yeah.
Nothing, none whatsoever. And you can correct me, Taylor, but they exactly know what you are going through.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can sense you,
feel
they
it.
can feel you.
Oh, yeah. It's energy.
That's the best part of it.
Yeah, it's energy.
So you didn't know anything about horses, then your therapist at the time said, go ride horses.
Yes.
And then...
Or go and spend time with the horses. Not
So-
right, but go and spend time with the horses.
And you didn't know anything about horses.
Nothing about horses.
And
Nothing
then,
about horses.
so
And
you show up at a horse farm or a ranch, and what happens?
I was, so I asked one of the people, what is your horse actually, like outside the farm, what are they feeding, what are they eating? And that's where the whole story started from.
Yeah.
And I started researching. And at one point I had a partner as well. We started something with the salt as well. But then, like, he had no information. So I called my dad as well. And way back in Pakistan. I was like, do you know if horses or cattle take salt? And he started laughing. He's like, have you went to any of the villages in Pakistan? What does like cattle or horses take with the salt? Like, have you never seen them? I'm like, no, I have not. Anyways, surprise, surprise. That's where the salt import started from.
That's awesome.
Like, my father basically said, yes, it's like in every, I don't know how to describe that in a farm. Like, there's an area where they put all the feed and the salt in there as well. What do you call them, Taylor? Like, they have, maybe if there's a specific name.
Well, not really. It's just, somewhere they put the mineral. So
Yeah. And then they basically lick the salt and drink water.
Yeah.
And basically it was my father who was initially taught me why the salt intake is important, what exactly is in the Himalayan salt, why the purity level matters, why the traces of the mineral matters.
quality.
Quality and quality matters the most.
Oh.
And then we started testing the salt, and I remember it was 2020 I started. Literally 90% of the people I've spoken, they know about Himalayan salt. They have no idea Himalayan salt about horses. And I gave up a lot of product, like a ridiculous amount of product as samples. Just as samples for them to try it. Because no one was willing to try it. That's the era of the COVID as well, right? So all the people are not allowed in the store, so they are only buying what they're used to. So it was hard, but I think the beauty of the product was that when people started using it, I don't have to sell it. It just sells by itself.
Oh yeah, good quality.
It all comes down to the quality.
Yeah.
So literally you just have to take the product to them. To answer your question, Jane, that's where it all started from. That, you know, introductions and being on the farms and asking questions, what are they eating? What do you feed them? Doing some own research as well. But then, thanks to my dad, before he passed away, he helped me a lot. He was a chemical engineer, so he exactly knew what individual elements or, you know, components actually matters.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's so cool. So
Sorry, Jane.
your own journey with horses like completely coincided with the sort of light bulb moment of, you know, what a great impact Himalayan salt could have on horses. You know, your business idea.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is exactly what happened.
So it's funny how at your lowest you can kind of have the most important realizations of your life.
So someone asked me 11th of September 2019, how do you define that day? And it's like, oh, that must be the worst day of your life. And I basically said to them, that was the best day of my life.
Wow.
Because otherwise I will never, I had no guts of coming out of the corporate life at all. Because
Yeah.
you have a good income coming along. Why you ever wanna come out of it?
Yeah.
Nice retirement plan.
Yeah, exactly. It's RSL. Everything is,
The carrot at the end.
yeah. So it's all done. But that was the event, and like contribution from my wife. Like she helped me a lot as well during these times, because when I was sick, I was not doing it. So to answer your question, Jane, yes, that day when people say, "Oh, it must be hard," that was the best day of my life.
Wow.
That's how I define it. It just changed my life for good. Yes, I'm not wearing tie. I'm not sitting in the corporate culture, corporate life. You have executive meetings or whatever. But you're doing something healthy for yourself and for someone who you care, like animals.
Yeah.
You actually cares about them. And for me, it's not. Business is only one part of it. But forget about the business for a second.
Yeah.
Will I ever allow, if it's in my power, to feed something which is not clean or which is not best for their health? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like business or no business, I
Yeah.
will just not do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's so. These two story coincides,
Yeah.
and but everything happens for a reason, and that's the best thing happened to me.
That's incredible.
That's wild.
What a journey. And then how long did you spend with the horses before, you started feeling better, or, like, was that a year-long process, or was it an instant,
It
starting
was
to feel
instant.
better?
It was instant. So
Instant?
I don't know why it is like that. And maybe you can actually help me with this one. But more time. I remember the first couple of times I went to the farm, it was like you just spend time with a horse, and it feels like they suck the negative energy out of you. They suck the depression out of you. I don't know why. I don't know how. Maybe it's the nature is like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know the technicalities behind it.
It's the pull of the horses.
What's that?
They pull you to them, for sure. They pull you to them.
Can I share something with you?
Yeah.
I spent some time with horses recently, and I was thinking along the same things, like wondering why am I feeling such well-being right now. And I do believe in vibrations, right? Everything carries a vibration. And I feel what the phrase that dropped into my mind was that they carry the vibration of truth. For me, in my healing journey, like, I don't know, truth is really, really important to me, and the truth of what's really going on was important for me in my healing journey and everything. And I just feel like horses carry the frequency or vibration of truth, which is just peaceful, when we have the truth sets you free, all that stuff,
Exactly. And I think in my case, what I was actually looking for, and it's like dealing with the humans was not the best experience I had. So coming out of it, the therapeutic nature of the horses, and I can just sit and talk and mumble and say whatever I want to say and not being judged.
Yeah.
Probably that was a critical part as well.
That's
And
beautiful.
I just felt that I was being listened without being judged.
Wow.
That's amazing, Zaid.
That really worked out for me. It's like, you go out to farm.
Yeah, that's amazing. I've
Love
trained
it.
horses for the past 20 years, and I always said that the horses are always the easy part. The people that own them, the owners, was what made it harder.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The people make it difficult. There's something about that.
There's something about them. I don't know what is it, but there's something about them. And like especially for the therapy, mental, like there's so much of anxiety, depression out there, and every person I speak to, and I can say every person I speak to, literally, I basically go and tell them. The moment I realize that there's a anxiety, negativity, depression, I'm like, go and spend time with the horses, man. Like, go to any farm, you select, go horseback riding, do whatever you want to do. Like, okay, I cannot do horse riding, but still I can spend time with the horses. And they're like, why? And like, when you go there, you will see. Go and spend a couple of hours, and you will see what I'm talking about. There is some vibe out there. I cannot explain to you, but you will feel a lot better.
Yeah.
For me, horse therapy is a very real thing. It's a very real thing, and like, people just need to do it more and more and more, and go natural. To be very honest,
It is very natural.
sorry.
It is very natural.
Yeah, it is.
Do you think people know about horse therapy enough?
No, I will say 1%.
Yeah.
Now it depends on the nationalities as well.
Uh-huh.
Coming from the Pakistan background
Mhm.
or Asian background, I will say that percentage is 0.
Yeah.
Even if they know it, they will not try it because they will not accept that there is something which is required as a mental therapy because of their background. They are not willing to accept. They, like, from our background, it's like, if you need a mental therapy, oh, that means you're sick.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, it's just so bad.
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, there's
There's
something
stigma.
wrong. It's a stigma, exactly. Thanks for the word. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a stigma.
Yeah.
So from my background, it's close to 0.
Yeah.
But on overall side of things, I think more people, they are realizing that there is an issue with them.
Yeah.
But how many of them are willing to accept it?
Yeah.
That's another percentage.
Mhm.
But when it comes to the horse therapy, I don't see a lot of people even forget about the horse therapy. They don't even do horse riding. They don't even do, like, aware of horseback riding, like basic thing is that. Not aware, like, they don't even do those kind of things. So therapy is the next level after that. So, like, I don't have the numbers to back it up, or I don't have the research to back it up, but just talking to people generally, I think that percentage will be very, very, very low. Very low. Like, how many horse riders are here in Canada? Like, how many horses do we have? 1 million? Like, how many?
I wouldn't even know the number. I wouldn't know the number. It's they're really inaccessible to regular, people that live in the city. I think is what makes it difficult. Like a city like Toronto, they're so inaccessible that a lot of people don't even get to experience it.
Yeah. But how can it be accessible when they don't even know that? For me, the question is, do they even know that something called horse therapy exists?
Mm-hmm.
That is my first question. Do they even know?
Yeah.
To answer that question, for me, I don't think so. They
Probably not. No.
No, I may be wrong. I'm just saying.
No, I think
I
you're
don't
pretty
have the
accurate.
numbers to back it up, but it's a very interesting question. That does enough people know that? I don't think so. They do actually.
Yeah, I think you're pretty accurate.
Let's see. Barbers.